Good afternoon, America. Good afternoon, citizens of America. Time now is 13:03, March 18, 2024. I'm going to hit on a subject that's been festering in the United States legal system for a bit. I find it unprecedented in the sense that it's unlawful. It's a misuse of the American justice system and the complete corruption of our law enforcing and judgmental case in the question of Donald J. Trump in New York City. It's a shame. It's a city that I was born in, but that I see the current judicial system corrupt, gone down the drain, along with the rats and other vermin. Now, I'm going to say this to many of you in America. There's a day of reckoning. There's a day of restoration. And New York City will see a day of reckoning because of the situations and the sins that are being purveyed in New York City. You know, I've seen this in Chicago and I've seen this in Los Angeles. And now New York City. Well, once that city was well known as a financial city of the United States, financial capital of the United States. And what has it become? A den of vipers, a den of serpents, rat infested within its very core, and a judicial system which has gone awry. Its management destroyed. And now you have the immigrant problem in New York City as well. You know, America, if you do not curtail what's happening in America now, we the people will lose our very beloved nation. And it's not because of our own doing, it's because of the people that we entrust with our leadership. Donald J. Trump is a man of honor. Knowing him through my father many, many years ago, seeing what he did in Harlem and what he did in New York City. Had the dream of becoming the fortress tycoon of New York City. His father was well known as well, and his uncle. But I'm going to say basically this. America, you need a restoration. You need a return to your former glory. A return to your greatness. We have some very vile, malicious people running our country today. And we don't even know if this guy that we have up in the White House is a real Joe Biden. Is he cloned? Many people say. Is he just an actor? Many people have said. And why is he so defiant in his course to go and retire. We know that he will not last 4 years, if at all. And we know that they've already planned for a replacement on behest of you, the American people. Why do we need a Democratic Party in the first place? Why do we need two-party government? When with one you can vote a man in or vote a man out. Why do you need two parties? Or for that fact, three parties. Why? Because we have some very dysfunctional elitists, power elitists who love to see squabbling between parties. Or are they so dysfunctional themselves and unintelligently and incapable of understanding the human mind and human mindset? Leadership is not controlled. You do not control the will of a person, of a being, or you think you may have it all down pat. A person's will is not to be controlled. You cannot control a person's will. And you can certainly not control a person's soul. Now, I've heard it say that people sell their souls to the devil, but even a devil has a roundabout plea bargain with God himself before he can even rule this planet or anything else he wants to rule. There will come a time when we see that man. When we see what they call the lawless one, the Antichrist, or whatever else they name him. You know, if you know well anything of the scriptures, you know that evil will not last. And sooner or later, it will all come to a head. One against the other. And either one would survive on this planet with the amount of nuclear weapons there are in our midst. You have no idea what a nuclear weapon could do to a civilization. You've seen it in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but you will never see it, and hope you never see it worldwide. It's an unimaginable thing that a man will create such an object of destruction. So I hope that many of you are thinkers and think maybe to save the United States from this self-destruction. Should a man or a replacement to Joe Biden take over this country again, it will be the last you will see of the United States of America, or the way that we live in quality of life, or the way we elect another president, or even our freedom. But I assure you, I can guarantee you basically that there will be a revolution in this country. There will be a civil war. And another little thing. When a man says there will be a bloodbath, as has been heard in the news by the news media, the corrupt news media. He doesn't mean bloodbath of people. He means bloodbath between corporations, corporate auto industries. You should have heard right or reported right. That's what you do. You manipulate the news. You manipulate the news so they can be a topic of talk among the population. Like children with toys. There will be a reckoning. There will be a reckoning on this planet. And you, I really feel sorry for you. There won't be a rock that you can't hide under. Like snakes and vipers. God bless America. Pray constantly for this nation. Pray constantly for Donald Trump. $145 million bond. Or is it 445 million bond? 445 million bond, yes it is. And do you expect this man to pay up a bond that high? Dysfunctional judgment in New York? Do you expect that? Corruption has hit an all-time high in New York City. And then you knocked the mafia for being corrupt, or even the police departments for being corrupt in New York. I mean, you yourselves are the worst of the worst in a rat-infested New York City. America, pray for our military, pray for our law enforcement, pray for our families, and protect the innocent. Times ahead are going to be very, very rough. Very rough. Troublesome times are coming. Protect the innocent. Protect yourselves. God bless America.